Angels. Barefoot and dirty, the girl just sat and watched the people go by. She never tried to speak, she never said a word. Many people passed, but never did one person stop. Just so happens the next day, I decided to go back to the park, curious if the little girl would still be there. Right in the very spot as she was yesterday, she sat perched on high, with the saddest look in her eyes. Today, I was to make my own move and walk over to the little girl. As we all know, a park full of strange people is not a place for young children to play. As I began walking towards her, I could see the back of the little girl's dress indicated a deformity. I figured that was the reason the people just passed by and made no effort to help. As I got closer, the little girl slightly lowered her eyes to avoid my intense stare. I could see the shape of her back more clearly. It was grotesquely shaped in a humped over form. I smiled to let her know it was okay, I was there to help, to talk. I sat down beside her and opened with a simple hello. The little girl acted shocked and stammered a hi after a long stare into my eyes. I smiled and she shyly smiled back. We talked till darkness fell and the park was completely empty. Everyone was gone and we were alone. I asked the girl why she was so sad. But without go into the story further, please subscribe this channel as we upload brand new story every day. Now, back to the story. The little girl looked at me and with a sad face said, "Because I'm different." I immediately said, "That you are." And smiled. The little girl acted even sadder, she said, "I know." "Little girl," I said, "you remind me of an angel." She stood to her feet and said, "Really?" "Yes, ma'am, you're like a little guardian angel, sent to watch over all those people walking by." She nodded her head yes and smiled, and with that, she spread her wings and said with a twinkle in her eye, "I am." I was speechless, sure, I was seeing things. She said, "And since you thought of someone other than yourself, my job here is done." Immediately, I stood to my feet and said, "Wait, so why did no one stop to help an angel?" She looked at me and smiled, "You're the only one who could see me and you believe it in your heart." And she was gone. And with that, my life was changed dramatically. So, when you think you're all you have, remember, there is an angel always watching over you. Pass this to everyone that means anything at all to you, to let them know you're glad they care about you. Like the story says, we all need someone. Every one of your friends is an angel in their own